guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I am so happy you found us. I'm Lisa and this is Creativity and Inspiration. Today we are talking about making prints on glass and on paper. So let's just jump right in and get started with this because it is so much fun to do. Before we get started actually doing it, I kind of wanted to talk about what it is we're doing and what you need to do it. You need a piece of glass, and this is just a piece of glass from a frame that I bought at the thrift store. Okay, so it doesn't have to be nice frames. You just need two of the same frame, because what you're going to do, well, first let me tell you what you need, then I'll tell you what we're going to do. So you need two frames that are exactly the same, and they don't have to be fancy, okay? And one of them you need to take the glass out just like this, and we're going to use it. So you need one pane of glass from a frame. You need some paper. It can be copy paper. I have ready cut watercolor paper just because it takes paint really well and it works better. But you can do copy paper. You don't have to spend the money on this at all. It's fine. Then you need some type of brayer or roller. You can have a plain roller if that's what you have, like from Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the smaller rollers, that's fine. Then you need a shape. It can be a shape like a square, a circle, whatever shape you like. I have a heart in two different sizes, and I have a flower. And and you need something with a blunt end. It can be a palette knife. It can be the opposite end of a paintbrush. Not the brushy end, but the other end. That's all you need. So let me show you now what we're going to create. We're going to make prints. We're going to make two different prints. We're going to make a print on the glass, and we're going to make a print on paper like this. And I did this one kind of like graffiti style. I put a heart down and then drew some squiggles with the end of my paintbrush. And that's what you need those for. And you can do the base colors or the building block colors, which are the primary colors, which are blue, red, and yellow. And then when you mix them together, you don't get ugly mess. You get greens and yellows and oranges. You get greens and oranges. So that's why most of my prints are these colors, because when they mix, they don't turn a goopy baby poop green or an ugly brownish gray mess. I also did this one though, and I used pink, yellow, and blue. And the yellow and blue I put side by side because they do combine to make green. So I did this, and this could be for a baby shower if you didn't want to reveal the gender. You could do other colors too. Just make sure the colors are complementary. And I have a video about colors and the color wheel, and I will put it above for you. On this one, I don't know if you can see, but right there is a flower imprint. So it's a little different than the heart imprints that I have. On the heart one, I did take a pen and kind of outline it. On the flower, I just kind of left it organic. So you're going to make prints like these. You can also, I'm going to put the glass down carefully, make this. And this is a shadow box art. It's really cool. It's two just thrift store frames with two pieces of glass. One glass is clear and one glass is the glass that I actually rolled the paint onto. And I glued the glass into the frames, each in its separate frame, and then I glued the frames together. It makes like a box, and it gives a really cool 2D, 3D effect. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so let's just get into this. The great thing with this is if you mess up on your glass, you can just get some Windex or a baby wipe and just wipe it off and start over. It's not a big deal. Hey guys, this is just an FYI helpful tip. If your baby wipes are dry, that's fine. Just use them like cloths and use Windex with them. They're still great absorbent cloths, and they will still clean. So they don't have to be baby wipe wet to use for stuff like this. So I'm going to go and get one piece of paper. Okay, so this is my one piece of paper I'm going to do my print on. But first, I've got to put my paint on my glass. Okay, and I'm going to do the print on the paper first. Show you how to do that. And then I will do the print on the glass itself. Okay, and I think I'm just going to use the same colors. Red, yellow, and blue, because they're the primary colors. They mix the best. And I'm going to put, last time I put blue, red, and yellow. So this time I think I will put yellow in the middle. And all you do is get your paint and just put some in the middle of your glass, a dollop or two, depending on how it comes out. There we go. That's a big dollop of paint. And then I'll put a red and a blue on each side. And it's kind of right in the center, or as centered as I can get it. Here's the red, and then here's the blue. And you can use whatever colors paint you have. Like I said, I linked the color wheel video up there. Okay, so now we're just going to roll our roller through our paint. And we're just going to go up and down first. And then we're going to go side to side. And we got some good color mixing. Oops. Okay. Then I'm just going to set my roller down. And I'm going to put a heart in here. So I put the heart, and then I'm going to take my little spatula here and kind of do some graffiti swirls in it. And then I'm going to just wipe that color off and come over to the red color and put some more swirls. Okay, I've put my swirls in, and I've got my heart placed in it. Okay, you can probably see it a little better. Well, this isn't that one, but you can see the swirls. Okay, so now what you do is you bring your paper and place it down so you get most of those images on here. And then you just take your hands and just rub everything in so it makes a print. And then you just lift it up. And you get a really cool print. And there you go. And you can see your heart right here. Once it dries, we'll take our pen and go over it. We didn't really get too much of our doodles in, but that's okay. If your doodles don't translate very well, just come back onto your paper and do some doodles in like that. But that is your print. Okay, and then you can peel the heart up. Okay, at this point you could do another print because there's plenty of paint left on our glass. Or you can do what I did, and I just took a little bit of a paper towel and I wiped off the heart so it's more visible. Come in with my palette knife and kind of scratch out some doodles. Okay, like that. Just wiping my palette knife off. And then when you pick this up, it looks like that. And you can see the doodles there. You can see the heart. And once it dries, then you just take this glass, put it in your two frames, and frame it. And that's how you make this really cool shadow box effect. Or if you're not happy with this and you want to do it all again, just take your Windex or your baby wipe and wipe it down and it's clean. But let's go back to our paper print and let's dry it. And I'm going to make these lines just a little more noticeable for our doodles. Now I'm just going to take my heat gun and dry this real quick. Once you get it dry, and my blue and my yellow really mixed and made a green this time with a little bit of the red. And you take your doodle pen, and if you're not a mixed media artist, you might not have a doodle pen, but it's just a pen like this. I will put a link below. And you just go in and doodle around the heart, and then I'm going to come over here and doodle in some of the squiggles I made. Like that. And then you can also, besides using your doodle pen, you can also take a white paint pen. This is a chalk pen, and do some doodles around too, and it just kind of adds a little more to it. Okay? Because with mixed media, you're always adding texture and you're building. So this is just a chalk pen. It's like chalk, only pen, so you don't get it all over the place on your fingers. And you end up like something like that. How cool is that? And then when it dries again completely, you just want to make sure it's 100% dry. You can put a mat around it and frame it, and it's a really cool piece to have. You can do several. You can make like a collage on your wall. You could put a photo in the heart or the flower space, you know, a little tiny one if you want. You could make a big heart and put a photo in that with the rest around it. You could use a bigger piece of paper. Depending on what size your frame and your glass is, you know, you could get 11 by 14 size glass and make huge prints and have room for an 8 by 10 photo if you wanted to. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of how to make a glass print or a paper print to give as gifts, to share, to make an art wall for your home, or whatever you decide to do with it. Be sure, please, and hit that subscribe button down below, that little bell up top, because that just helps my channel out so much, and I appreciate all of you. Also, be sure and give this video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below. What would be your favorite 3 colors to mix into a print? Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.